Here. Today we're gonna go over the PlayStation Portal, which I have a lot. There's a lot I have to talk about with this. It's pretty bad. So let's get started.
Not actually even tell you about it until we were in the room, so let's go check it out.
Sony has a storied, if a bit neglected history with handheld gaming. The PlayStation Portable launched in 2005, back in the PS3 era.
Love that.
Bringing with it funky UMD cartridges and what were, at the time, some of the best graphics seen in a handheld gaming device.
Definitely at the time.
Revolutionary as PlayStation.
Handheld market.
It's Ridge Racer.
And then PlayStation
Ridge
Vita.
Racer.
But now we're getting a new PSP. Sort of. The PlayStation Portal handheld. The Portal is a $200 handheld device.
It looks really
PS5
good.
games
I'm not gonna
on
lie.
the
It
palm of
looks
your hand.
nice. I like how it looks. It's
Previously
different
known as
enough.
Project Q, Portal uses the
let me lower
PS5's
this a little
remote play feature to stream games.
So it looks different enough that it's still interesting. Oh, here in the corner, you guys will see the what a lot of people call the backbone, which is like just like if you have a Samsung or an iPhone, literally, or a Google Play, whatever. Like if you have a smartphone, really, it fits in the backbone of this device that has all the joysticks and the little things. It's kind of like a Switch type device, but for your phone. It's really cool. But the backbone I think is like maybe I think like $80 or $100. Like it's there are cheaper versions of it, but like the good one, it'll run you a good almost $100. But it's very, very good. Like it'll charge your device because it'll connect through whatever port or whatever, and it'll charge your device if you charge the backbone itself. You can use your headphones with it. Your whatever wireless, if you have wireless AirPods or whatever headphones you use for your phone, you can use for it. I rarely see anybody play on their laptop. Maybe like if you're on the go somewhere and you have your laptop, maybe whatever. Again, this is me, but I've played on an iPad, I've played on my iPhone with a backbone, I've played on my phone without anything on it and just the remote. Like you can Bluetooth connect your remote. So remote play already you can do right now on any of these devices. So you don't really need this device to do remote play. So to me, already dinging the device just for this, which you can download free remote play on your phone or any of these devices and play directly your PlayStation to this device, to any of these devices. Sorry. But your PlayStation has to be on, which is to me the real hindrance in PlayStation remote play, which is different than, and I know I don't want to, it's not about console wars, whatever, but what Xbox is doing with Xbox Game Pass is so much more, I want to say user friendly, because literally you don't need to have your Xbox on in order to play or continue to play games. Like it'll literally, like with the cloud, just, I can play on the Xbox in my living room and then play in the Xbox in my room and continue seamlessly playing the same game. And then if I leave the house, if I want to continue to play on my phone, I can play on my phone. If I want to play on a computer or a tablet, I can do all of this with the same account and seamlessly continue my progress with the game throughout any of these devices, which is something that you can't do unless you're connected directly to your PlayStation with the remote play. And again, unless your PlayStation is on, like sleep mode or whatever, but still technically on, which is an incredible use of electricity. But anyway, let's continue.
It's from your console. Importantly, the Portal also.
But it does look nice. I'm not gonna lie, it looks nice. It looks like the backbone, but with a PlayStation 5 controller, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Portal isn't really doing anything inherently new.
Let me put the
Remote play has existed since the PS3 era.
Oh, okay, they're mentioning
allowing
it.
you to
Good.
stream games from your console,
Exactly. That's exactly what I
handheld,
do,
or smartphones,
and you can do
tablets,
on a
PCs,
tablet.
and Macs. That
You
said,
can do all
remote
this
play
right
has
now.
Never really been an ideal experience.
Oh, okay. They're talking about, okay, so it is very bad. Like the Xbox, I think, has a little bit of the Game Pass has a little bit of an edge, because literally you're using whatever Wi-Fi or cell service that you have to stream, but it's somewhat, if you have a good connection or a good service. And again, I live in the city, so it's really, really good most of the time wherever I go. I don't really have a lag in that regard, but I'm not really playing online games like Call of Duty or something like that. But even with those, I hear they're not that bad of a lag. You know, like if you want to play 2K or whatever. But usually I'm playing single player games just to continue my progress while I'm on the go. And it's pretty good. Like I've never had, I've had some lag, but not enough that's like detrimental to me. So, but again, with the remote play on the PlayStation, super bad lag. If you're on the go, if you're on the bus or a train, it's not even worth it. When you get to like, you know, maybe your job or a Starbucks or wherever you're going that has good enough Wi-Fi, it might work better, but still it's laggy, especially if the internet in your home is being used while you're at work or wherever you are on the go. Like if somebody else is at home using your Wi-Fi, that also eats away at the data or basically the bandwidth of this device because it's streaming from your PlayStation.
On visual quality, control setup, ergonomics, or some combination of the above. You can make it work, but it's not super convenient.
Exactly.
So the goal of PlayStation Portal is to eliminate all of those pain points and make remote play as easy as just picking it up and playing.
How?
The Portal can do something that other remote play devices can't.
What?
Which is wake up your PS5 just by turning it on.
Okay.
So it's ready to go.
All right.
Its design essentially takes a standard DualSense controller, chops it in half, and then slaps those two controller grips to the side of an 8-inch 1080p LCD display.
Pretty basic design, but I like it.
It's a little weird when you're used to the more singular-looking designs of current handhelds like the Nintendo Switch.
I like that it's weird. I like different things. I like my stuff to look different. I don't want it to all look the same.
Both a large screen and full-size.
My mom's still gonna pick it up and say, "This Nintendo? What is this Nintendo doing here?" You know.
The DualSense grips feel exactly like a regular DualSense controller, and all of their best features are available here. Trying it out with Astro's Playroom, I could feel the haptic showcase just as well as when I experienced it on a DualSense, and the Portal's adaptive triggers simulate the pull of Aloy's bow in Horizon Forbidden West.
That's great.
In exactly
That's
the same
all great.
way. Even the DualSense's touchpad is available. Though instead of the single center pad,
that's cool.
There are two touch areas that pop
That's
up
pretty cool. That's pretty. All of this is fucking
There's
awesome.
a USB port for charging, a
Great.
3.5mm jack for wired headphones,
okay,
and a small pair of speaker grills if you don't want to use headphones.
Okay.
Connectivity-wise, it supports Wi-Fi and PlayStation Link. More on that in a minute.
Okay.
But it does not have Bluetooth. On the visual quality front,
Oh,
PlayStation Portal delivers.
okay.
The 8-inch
We'll get to that.
LCD display succeeds at translating PS5 quality visuals into a handheld format. Colors looked bright and vibrant, though Sony hasn't given me any brightness, color gamut, or HDR specs beyond that it's just an LCD panel. And the 1080p resolution offers a nice pixel density for the screen size.
Okay.
Now, does it look as good as playing on a 65-inch OLED
Of course
TV?
not.
Of course not.
All right.
But
so far, the only thing that I hear this device does that all of the other devices, again, all of these devices, let's see where the thing is that it shows. Okay, so all of these devices don't do is turn on your PlayStation for you. Like when you turn on the device, it turns on your PlayStation, which is great. Like that's an energy saver. I wish somehow they just download an update for PlayStation Remote Play so you can do that from any of these devices. I don't understand why it has to be from this specific device that it does that. I'm assuming there's a reason why, but I hope they explain. Either way, doesn't make sense to me that you can't do that with any of these devices. Like literally, if I leave my house, whenever I left my house to have knowing in my head that I'm going to use the PS Remote Play, I had to leave my PlayStation on, which is not good, especially if you have the PS4 back in the day, which was, that fan going all fucking day. It killed my PlayStation 4 way earlier than it was supposed to die. Let me just put it that way.
It's not.
Let me go back to where we were.
The screen feels expansive.
Okay.
The video, of course, is being streamed from your PS5 rather than run locally on the device. And the proverbial sword of Damocles hanging over all game streaming devices is always latency. That is the slight delay between when you push a button and when the action on the screen responds.
Right.
During my demo, I didn't experience any noticeable latency. Of course, this was a private demo under ideal conditions, so that experience could change depending on your personal Wi-Fi.
Correct.
You don't actually have to be in the same room or even on the same local network as your PS5.
Okay,
to stream your games.
I hope so.
The home connection and the one at the location where you're playing are both strong. It will still work.
Okay.
Whether you're in the same room or on the other side of the world, your home PS5 is on and running your game, beaming it directly to you, as opposed.
So, still the same thing. The only thing that it does is turn on your PlayStation 5. that all the other devices don't do. But again, I feel like that's just an update away. Like, they could just update the PlayStation Remote Play app to be able to do that. I don't understand why this device does that and other things wouldn't be able to do that. That's the part that I don't understand. Like, there should just be an update to the PlayStation 5 that allows you, when you open PS Remote Play on any device that you have that's connected to your PlayStation, that it should just turn on your PlayStation. I don't understand why this device has to do it, and from, you know, and again, it could do it from anywhere. So that literally means if I'm connected to the Wi-Fi at my job and the Wi-Fi at my house is on and good, I should be able to, with PlayStation Remote Play right now on my phone, be able to do what this device does. I don't understand why this device specifically has the ability to do that. Either way, they're not really, I don't think they're going to explain why there is a difference. But either way, that to me is not that big of a difference, because you still have to turn on the PlayStation 5 in order to use the device, because it's just streaming your PlayStation onto the device. It's not like the device itself has a PlayStation 5 built into it. You understand? So it's not like a Nintendo Switch where you can basically put the entire console on a dock so that it could then stream to the TV, where there it would be streaming. Not really, but basically it's docked, so it's literally playing at the regular latency that it would be, so that when you take it out, it is now on the actual device. You know what I mean? So that is very different from this, because this is just, again, streaming, and it depends on how strong your Wi-Fi is, where you are. It depends on how strong your Wi-Fi is at home, which is not the same for everyone across the board. So not a lot of people are going to enjoy this device. So I don't know who this is for. Let me finish.
To cloud gaming, where the game you're playing is being run on some remote server. Of course, this means that you need a PS5 in order to use PlayStation.
Oh, that's another thing. you need a PlayStation 5 first before you get this device. That I think it's like $200, but we'll get there.
But it also means that not only is your account and progress and trophies all there, but actually your actual PS5 home screen.
I mean, yeah, it's your actual PlayStation.
Games or even run any other PS5.
Yeah, this is just PlayStation Remote Play
on the TV. To be clear, the Portal doesn't run anything locally, not even basic apps. So if your Wi-Fi goes down, or if somebody else wants to use your PS5, it is not going to work.
That's the other question that I had. So right now with PlayStation Remote Play, if I wanted it to play on my phone, let's say, right, and my sister came over, or my daughter wants to use my PlayStation, I can't be on PlayStation Remote Play playing my PlayStation while she's on the console on her account playing the PlayStation. Like, it's not gonna work the same. Like, it's literally using the PlayStation 5 as if your phone is the television for this PlayStation 5. So it's not going to be able to be used by multiple people. So this doesn't even solve that issue. So don't understand why it's needed, but okay.
Remember, there is no Bluetooth available, so you won't be able to connect
That's
wireless
stupid.
headphones that way. Not even PlayStation's own Pulse
That's dumb.
headset. It does have something called PlayStation Link.
That's just
Sony's new
Bluetooth.
connectivity standard for PlayStation devices.
That is literally
And
just
which is
Bluetooth.
built into some of its brand new hardware. I got to test out the new Pulse Elite headset and Pulse Explore wireless earbuds, which are currently the only announced headsets that use the new standard. But Sony did tell me that PlayStation Link will be available for third-party headset makers to use in their future products. But that'll be a ways off. It is a bit disappointing that we'll have to buy brand new headsets to use with the Portal.
Super disappointing, actually.
Battery life is another big question mark.
Okay.
The Portal's battery size hasn't yet been finalized,
So then you're not telling me anything I want to know.
For how long you'll be able to play untethered. Without a power-hungry processor inside, you'd think that the Portal should have significantly more longevity
Makes sense.
than something like the Switch or the Steam Deck. On the other hand, test that out once we have the finalized PlayStation Portal in for review.
Yes, please. Who is it for? Who is this for?
Question I know a lot of people are wondering is, who exactly is this device for? It's $200 for a remote access window into your PS5. And at that price, honestly, I kind of get it. For the times when somebody else wants to use the TV.
I don't get it.
Or maybe you have small kids in the home and you don't want to put God of War on the big screen. Or maybe you just want to be able to play in a different room without buying another full-on TV. In that scenario, the Portal offers a compelling use case. And while it's not quite as portable for on-the-go gaming as a Switch or a Steam Deck, it's less expensive, and it does let you keep playing your PS5 while out of the house. so long as
Does
your
it?
destination has decent internet.
Exactly.
You just probably shouldn't count on hotel Wi-Fi being strong enough to handle the connection.
Which is insane because most people will take this on the go and want to play in a hotel or
Let us know
something.
what you think about the PlayStation Portal.
All right.
Is it something you could see yourself?
Okay, so now here's what the main issue that I have with this. I don't know who this is for. Now, even that guy that said, obviously that's what he has to say. Oh, I kind of get it. You're like, no, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. If it was priced at like the price of a remote, like $60, $80, maybe even $100, I would understand. I would get this device, but it's not. It's $200. So $200 for just the PlayStation Portal, which again, you can only use if you already own a $500 or $400 PlayStation 5 console. So already it's not like for just anybody. It's for PlayStation 5 owners, right? So you already spent $500 on a console. Or $400 if you want the discless one. So you already spent money on a console. You want this device to maybe play in the bathroom or in the living room or other rooms in your house, right? Like he said. Why then would I, it comes with speakers, which I assume they're not going to be that great because most of the speakers on handheld devices are not that great because they're small. So speakers aren't that great, right? Let's say I'm playing the new Spider-Man that's coming out, Spider-Man 2. I want to play on this thing, right? I'm playing Spider-Man 2 on my console, on my TV, in my house. Okay, somebody wants to watch the TV. This is the only TV in the house. Cool. I'll take my PlayStation Portal out that I bought for an extra $200 that I'm then gonna have to play aloud because, most people don't have. Actually, let me not generalize it. Some people still do have wired headphones, but I don't have any wired headphones. All of my headphones are wireless, and the headphones that I use are wireless. So why wouldn't I be able to just use the wireless headphones that I already own? Again, some of them from PlayStation. So this one, right, the Pulse 3D, is from PlayStation. I bought it directly for my PlayStation 5. Already have it right here. It's an extra $100 that I spent on it, but this doesn't work on the PlayStation Portal. So if I, again, want to play the Spider-Man game while my daughter or somebody's using the TV, I can't even do that because I would interrupt them because I have no headphones to use, right? Or I'd have to go out and buy wired headphones, which are not that expensive. I'll give it that. But in order to do that, I have to take so much extra steps on something that should already have Bluetooth built in. Like any device, even the Switch when it came out was chastised for not having Bluetooth built in. It doesn't make sense to not have Bluetooth. That just doesn't make sense. So now they're calling it's called PlayStation Link, which is not Bluetooth, but it's Bluetooth for just specific PlayStation headphones, which they're pictured here, right? The Pulse Explore and Pulse Elite. So the Pulse Explore and Pulse Elite, this one is the let me see, because I get them all confused. So the Pulse Elite is the big one, the Explorer is the little one. So the Pulse Elite, this big one here, is $150. And the Pulse Explorer, the smaller one that goes in your ear, this one right here in a little capsule, I like the way it looks. I'm not knocking how they look. They look nice. I would wear them. That's all great and stuff. But I already have wireless headphones. I don't need more wireless headphones. So, but the Pulse Explorer now is $200. So you're telling me I got to buy a $200 portal, right? Plus $200 worth of headphones if I want the smaller ones, not the big ones, but whatever, even $150. So I'm spending $350 to $400 just on this extra accessory for a PlayStation that I already own. Why would I do that? Why would I do? Because even if, right, most people, let's say in their room have a PlayStation, right, or in the living room if it's for everyone, and they don't have a second PlayStation, they have a second TV. Most people have at least a second TV. If there's one in the living room, there might be a smaller one in the room or somewhere in the house, right? There is a second TV. Why wouldn't I then just go and buy a $400 discless PlayStation 5 and have a complete other console if I can only, again, use this with the Wi-Fi that's in my home while on my PlayStation, and then I can get the backbone and the other things for an extra $100, which is not even that expensive compared to this PlayStation Portal. That's the thing that I don't understand. That's why I'm like, who is this for? Because if you're gonna spend $200 on just a portal. Let's not even say the headphones. I would be like, hey, save the next paycheck for another $200 and just buy outright a discless PlayStation 5. At that point, you have a console. You have an actual console. Because I know there are people, for example, that might buy this, like how I would use it, right? I'd buy this and give it to my daughter. And that way she can play the PlayStation that I have at home whenever she's at her mom's house or someone else's house or her uncle's house or, somewhere else, so that way she still has access to the PlayStation that she has in my home. That's a great device for that, right? If there's Wi-Fi there, she can use it. And there's always Wi-Fi and the PlayStation can be on whatever. Or, sorry, this device will turn the PlayStation on. So there you go. She can use it when she wants. Which would be great, right? That's awesome. But then I also have to get her headphones for the goddamn thing, which doesn't make any sense. But my point is that's how I would use it, right? That's what I think. I don't understand anyone that owns a PlayStation 5 that lives in a house or an apartment or somewhere where there might be more than one television, which is generally most places. Even if you live by yourself, you still have a living room TV and a bedroom TV. Most people, all right? Not to generalize, but most people. So at the end of the day, if you have another television, you can just get another PlayStation. If that's what it's for. If it's to use in your home, just not on the TV that's always being used, just get another console at that point. It doesn't make sense for it to be that expensive. If it was $100, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense for this, If it was $150 even, maybe. That's pushing it, but still. But $200 for a PlayStation Portal device that doesn't have Bluetooth, you need other, headgear for it. It doesn't have any proprietary technology, like it doesn't have any games or hard drive in it that, you can't already do with remote play on your phone or tablet or a computer or something you already own. So, you know what? Nick's my last statement. I would even get this for my daughter because she could literally get on her phone and do PlayStation Remote Play. So why would I get this when I could get the Backbone for $100? Matter of fact, let me look up the Backbone right now. How much is the Backbone? Backbone right here on Amazon. $100 Backbone. Doesn't make sense to me. Just doesn't make sense. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. This has been another useless skill.